Ladies and gentlemen, the loudest voice you'll ever hear isn't out there. It's not the naysayers, the critics, or the doubters. It's the voice inside your own head. That voice shapes who you are, what you do, and ultimately what you achieve. Let's be clear, if that inner voice is weak, your results will reflect it. But if that voice is powerful, relentless, and driven, you become unstoppable. For just 3 days, I challenge you to shift your inner dialogue, 3 days to reprogram your mind and see what's possible. Let me show you how. Identify the enemy. The first step is simple but brutal honesty. Most of us let our inner dialogue run wild, full of negativity. I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, stop. Write those lies down. See them for what they are: excuses, poison. Today, you declare zero tolerance for self-sabotage. Every time you catch a negative thought, replace it with a solution. I can't becomes I will find a way. To install the winning script. Now we rebuild. You wouldn't run a company with a failing script. Why let your mind run on one? Replace the garbage with affirmations. Speak power into your life. I am capable. I am disciplined. I am unstoppable. Don't just whisper it. Say it like you mean it. You are the CEO of your own life. Start each day with a morning domination ritual. 5 minutes is all it takes. Stand tall, speak strong, and claim your day before it begins. Tell yourself, today is mine. Success is mine. Face challenges head on. Here's the truth: the old dialogue will fight to come back. Self-doubt will try to creep in. When it does, face it head on. Reframe failures as feedback. If you stumble, ask, what can I learn then? Adjust and move forward. The greatest achievers aren't fearless, they're relentless. Celebrate your progress, not perfection. By day 3, you'll feel the shift. Maybe it's a little easier to silence the negativity, or you're catching yourself before spiraling. Every step forward is a win. It's the ripple effect. When you master your inner dialogue, everything changes. Your energy shifts. Opportunities appear where you once saw obstacles. You stop making excuses and start making progress. The next 3 days aren't just about changing your thoughts, they're about changing your life. Are you ready to rewrite your story? Then start now. Speak like a winner. Think like a champion. And let the world see the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. The loudest voice you'll ever hear isn't the criticism from others. It's not the insults or judgment from the outside world. It's not the whispers of doubt from those around you. No. The loudest voice you'll ever hear is the one inside your head. The voice that speaks to you when no one else is around. The one that shapes how you see yourself in the world. That voice can either fuel your fire or put out your spark. It can lift you up to the heights of greatness or drag you down into the depths of despair. Most people don't realize how much power they give away to that inner voice. They let it run wild, unchecked, believing that the thoughts they hear are facts. But let me tell you something right now, your inner dialogue is not the truth. It is a reflection of what you believe, what you've been taught, and what you've allowed yourself to think over time. And too many people are listening to a broken record of negativity, self-doubt, and limitations. Here's the harsh reality: what you believe about yourself will always dictate what you achieve. If you tell yourself every day that you can't, you won't. If you convince yourself that you're not worthy, you won't take the actions necessary to change your situation. But on the flip side, if you start telling yourself that you are capable, that you are unstoppable, that you are destined for greatness, then you start showing up as the person who embodies those words. You start moving differently, thinking differently, and living differently. What you say to yourself matters. In fact, it matters more than anything else, because while the world may try to define you, it's what you believe about yourself that will ultimately shape the life you live. Right now, today, your dialogue is either lifting you up or holding you back. But here's the incredible part: you can take control. You can shift that inner dialogue, rewrite the script, and change the story you've been telling yourself. All it takes is the courage to challenge the thoughts that have been holding you hostage for far too long. So if you're tired of being stuck, if you're tired of doubting yourself and playing small, it's time to take action. It's time to demand that your inner dialogue reflect the power and potential within you. You have everything you need to succeed already inside you, but it's up to you to start speaking like you believe it. And when you do, trust me, the world will take notice. On day one, we face the reality the enemy is not outside of you. It's the voice in your head, the one that tells you you're not good enough, the one that fills your mind with doubt and keeps you stuck. That voice has been there for years, whispering lies, holding you back from the life you deserve. It's time to stop pretending that this inner enemy is just a normal part of life. It's not. It's a force that's keeping you from the greatness that's waiting for you. And the first step to victory is recognizing that enemy for what it is. You see, most people don't even realize how much they're sabotaging themselves. They've gotten so used to hearing these voices of limitation that it's become second nature. I can't do that, I'm not smart enough. I'll never be successful. These are the lies that run on repeat in your mind. And they don't just stay in your thoughts, they affect your actions, your decisions, and the opportunities you take. Every time you tell yourself you can't, you're reinforcing the very thing that keeps you small. Now I want you to take a moment, stop. Think about the thoughts that you allow to run through your head on a daily basis. Write them down. I don't care how uncomfortable it gets. Write down the words you've been telling yourself about your abilities, your worth, your potential. These thoughts are your enemy. These are the thoughts that are keeping you stuck, keeping you from moving forward, keeping you from achieving what you know you're capable of. But here's the thing, these thoughts are not facts. They are habits, they are old programming, and they are lies. And today you get to choose whether you keep listening to them or whether you decide to shut them down for good. I think about it, if you were to give a voice to every fear, every self-doubt, every negative belief you've had, they would sound pathetic, wouldn't they? They would sound like a bunch of excuses, complaints, and irrelevant stories trying to hold you back. So I'm asking you, why are you still giving these thoughts power? Why are you still letting them define your potential? The first step to winning this war is identifying the enemy. Look at these lies in the face. Call them out. You've been letting them shape your reality for far too long, and now it's time to make a shift. You have to declare war on this inner voice, and that starts by recognizing it for what it is, a self-imposed barrier that's been limiting your greatness. When you realize that this enemy is not the truth, it becomes easier to push it aside. The next time your mind tells you that you're not good enough, you can say, no, that's a lie. I am more than enough. The next time you hear, you can answer back with, I will find a way. The next time you doubt your potential, remember you're just one decision away from transforming your life. But that transformation can't happen until you stop listening to the enemy inside your head and take control of the conversation. On day one, we set the tone for the rest of this journey with one simple but powerful rule: zero tolerance for negativity. You cannot afford to let those limiting thoughts slip through unnoticed. If you want to shift your inner dialogue, you need to take immediate and radical action. The moment you catch yourself thinking something that drags you down, something that tells you you're not good enough or capable enough, you need to stop it right there. No exceptions, no excuses. You've got to make this a non-negotiable practice. When those voices of doubt come in, whether it's the thought that you don't deserve success, or that you're too old, too young, too inexperienced, whatever form it takes, shut it down immediately. The moment you catch it, you call it out. No more tolerating those thoughts. You have to become the gatekeeper of your mind. Every thought, every word, every belief must pass through your filter before it's allowed to take root. It's simple. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't get to stay. That's the zero tolerance rule. You are no longer a passive participant in your own life. You're the one in control. So when those self-doubts creep in, you don't sit with them, you don't entertain them, and you don't allow them to hold any power over you. You replace them with something that fuels your fire, something that moves you forward. Here's how you do it. Every time you hear "I can't" or "I'm not good enough," you immediately replace it with "I will" or "I am capable." It's like flipping a switch. It might feel strange at first, but that's part of the process. You're not used to standing up to these thoughts because for so long you've let them dictate your reality. But now, you're taking your power back. The more you practice this, the stronger you'll get. Soon you'll be able to identify the negativity before it even has a chance to fully form. And when that happens, you'll notice something incredible. You'll stop hearing those lies as often because you'll have created a new pattern, a new reality. A reality where the voice in your head isn't full of doubts, but filled with the certainty that you are enough, that you can do it, that you will succeed. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. You won't always catch every negative thought, but that's okay. The point is, you're setting the standard. You're demanding that your inner dialogue be one that propels you forward, not holds you back. This is the beginning of taking full ownership of your thoughts and ultimately your life. Every time you reject a negative thought, you take one more step toward the person you are meant to become. And remember this, that new version of you is waiting on the other side of this commitment. It's waiting for you to step up and refuse to settle for anything less than your greatness. On day 2, you start to rewrite the script of your life. This isn't about wishful thinking or empty affirmations. This is about installing a new operating system in your mind, one that empowers you, fuels your drive, and positions you to win no matter what challenges come your way. It's time to replace the old dialogue, the one that says you can't, or that you're not good enough, with a new script, one that is unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniable. The truth is, the stories we tell ourselves shape everything. If your internal narrative is one of limitation, fear, and doubt, you'll never reach your full potential. But when you start telling yourself a different story, a story of triumph, strength, and unwavering belief in your ability, that's when everything begins to shift. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about changing the way you see yourself and what you're capable of. And to do that, you've got to reprogram your mind intentionally with a new script that speaks to your potential, not your fears. It's not enough to just say these things once or twice and hope they stick. You have to make this a daily practice, something you reinforce throughout the day. When you wake up, the first thing you tell yourself is that today is going to be a day of greatness. When you face a challenge, you don't back down, you face it with the mindset that you can overcome anything. Every time doubt creeps in, you counter with your new script: I am capable. I am strong. I am destined for success. These aren't just words, they are your new truth. You have to believe them so deeply that they become your reality. Now, this might feel uncomfortable at first because you're used to the old script. The old one has been running for so long that it feels natural. But remember, these comfort zones are where dreams go to die. If you want a new life, a new version of yourself, you've got to push past the discomfort and embrace the power of a new narrative. Tell yourself, I am the kind of person who makes things happen. I am the kind of person who rises when life tries to knock me down. Every time you say it, every time you internalize it, you're reinforcing that reality. You can't afford to leave this to chance. The world will throw obstacles at you, people will doubt you, and your own mind might try to drag you back to your old ways of thinking. But if you stay committed to this new script, it will become stronger than any external force. Your belief in yourself will become the most powerful thing in your life. you'll find yourself showing up differently, acting differently, and achieving things you once thought were impossible. This is your power. The words you speak to yourself are the foundation of your success. So on day 2, make it your mission to create a script that celebrates your potential, your strength, and your unstoppable will to succeed. Write it, say it, believe it over and over again, and watch as your life starts to align with the vision you've been too afraid to believe in. You're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing the course of your destiny. It's time to step into the person you've always been meant to be. And it starts with the words you speak to yourself. On day 2, we take it a step further. You've identified the enemy, and now it's time to install the winning script. You can't just stop the negativity and expect your mind to fill up with positivity on its own. No, you have to deliberately program yourself for success. You have to install a new system, one that runs automatically without you even thinking about it. And it starts first thing in the morning. Your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you wake up already thinking about everything you have to do, the stress, the struggles, the setbacks, you're starting with a deficit. You're setting yourself up for failure before you even leave the bed. That's why the morning is so crucial. It's your first chance to claim the day, to take control of your thoughts, to make the first move in shifting your inner dialogue. I'm talking about a ritual, something you do every single morning without fail. That reprograms your mind and sets you up for domination. You don't let the world dictate your mood. You don't let the chaos or challenges that may come later shape how you feel right now. You take charge immediately. The moment you wake up, you have a choice. You can either let your thoughts drag you down, or you can fuel them with purpose, positivity, and power. Start with your physical body. Get up, move, get the blood flowing. Don't just lay there and think about the challenges ahead. Stand tall, walk with power, and remind yourself that you are in control. Speak out loud affirmations that command respect and belief in your power. Tell yourself, today I will crush it. Today I'm unstoppable. I am the creator of my reality, and nothing will get in my way. Say it with force, say it with conviction. These words are the foundation of your new mindset. Then visualize your day, visualize your goals, visualize yourself walking through the day as the unstoppable force you know you are. Picture yourself handling every challenge with grace, crushing every obstacle that comes your way. I don't just see it, feel it. Experience it in your mind, because when you do, you are programming your subconscious to expect success, to believe that no matter what happens, you will come out on top. Now, here's the powerful part. This isn't just about words. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about you taking massive action. As you move through this ritual, don't just think about what you want. Get specific. What do you need to do today to make that happen? What step can you take in the next few minutes to move closer to your goals? When you set the tone in the morning with power and intention, you start your day already in motion, already winning. This is how you dominate your day, your mind, and ultimately your life. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about you taking control and creating the momentum yourself. The key is consistency. When you repeat this ritual every day, you begin to shift the script in your mind. You start building confidence in your abilities, and you begin to trust that no matter what happens, you have the strength to face it. This isn't just a nice routine. This is a shift in the way you approach life. You become someone who doesn't wait for things to happen, you make them happen. You take the first step before anything else, and in doing so, you start winning one moment at a time. Every morning is your opportunity to remind yourself who you really are and what you're truly capable of. You wake up, claim the day, and let nothing stand in your way. On day 3, we're shifting gears, because the real test comes when you face the challenges that will inevitably arise. It's easy to stay positive when everything is going well, when life is smooth and the path is clear. But the true power of your inner dialogue, your new mindset, will only be proven when the storms roll in, when the obstacles stand tall in front of you, when the difficulties threaten to derail your progress. This is where the real growth happens. This is where the winners are made. So here's the deal: you can't avoid challenges. Life doesn't work that way. You can't wish them away. They are part of the process. But what you can do is change how you respond to them. You can choose to look at them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities. Opportunities to prove to yourself once and for all that you are stronger, smarter, and more capable than you ever believed. The moment a challenge hits, whether it's a setback in your business, a personal struggle, or even just a rough day, you face it head on. You don't shrink back. You don't panic. You don't tell yourself that you can't handle it. No, you stand tall and you confront it with everything you've got. This is the moment you've been training for. This is where you separate yourself from the pack. Too many people let challenges intimidate them. They see a wall and they stop. They see resistance and they back down. They let their fear take over, their self-doubt win. But that's not you. You've already built the foundation. You've already trained your mind to be resilient, to be powerful, to be unstoppable. Now is the time to put that to the test. When the difficulty comes, you embrace it. You charge right into the heart of it, because you know deep down that it's just another opportunity for you to level up.